Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get a $75,000 credit card. Now, you heard me right, a $75,000 credit card. You see, credit is the lifeblood of business, but a lot of people don't know how to get credit. I've done this channel for about 3 years and I've handled all kinds of questions, and a lot of people don't know how to get credit. And actually, credit is quite easy to get. I have gotten credit to be able to do a lot of businesses. I don't use my own money. And literally, you have billionaires who started their companies without using their own money. They use other people's money, they use credit. Now, how can you get a $75,000 credit card? It's very easy. You see, if you live in the United States, if you have a social security number, you can do this. If you live outside the United States, if you don't have a social security number, you can also do it. A lot of people are not aware of this. They think, oh, you have to be in the United States. Now, if you're in the United States, you have a social security number. What it means is that you file taxes. You file taxes, right? Now, you can set up an LLC, a limited liability company, an LLC. And it's so easy to set up an LLC. You can set it up for almost nothing on LegalZoom. You can set an LLC for almost nothing on LegalZoom. It's quite easy. Now, what you do, when you set up an LLC, immediately you have a social security number. That is, if you're in the United States, you already have a social security number. You set up an LLC. Then you can also apply for an EIN, that's an employer identification number from the Federal Inland Revenue Service, like the IRS, the Inland Revenue Service. You can actually get that EIN. And then with those two things, you have your LLC document, you have your EIN, and then if you have a social security number, obviously you have a credit score, you can literally apply today with a bank in the United States and get a $75,000 credit card. You can apply with Bank of America, which is the bank I use, or Chase, or there are a variety of banks that you can go to. Goldman Sachs, the thing is, you are spoiled for choice. There are just so many banks that you can go to. You don't have to go to any bank. You can go to, you don't have to go to a specific bank. You can go to any bank. So all you need is that you register an LLC, you have a social security number. That means that you've paid taxes in the past and you have a credit score. Even if you've not paid taxes, even maybe you've been making purchases, maybe you have a phone, because if you have a phone in America, definitely you have a credit score, especially if you have a social security number. So then you apply for a credit card and you get one. It might not be 75,000 immediately if you haven't filed taxes, so they might start you up with 20,000 because you have an LLC. If you have a credit score of about 600, then you can get about a $75,000 credit card. Now, if you are not in the United States, maybe you are in a country like Ghana, Tanzania, Mozambique, Nepal. Maybe you from my two favorite countries where I have a lot of subscribers from. Maybe you from Cambodia or Vietnam. It doesn't matter. What you can do, if you're in those countries, you can also open up a US LLC, a US limited liability company from those countries without even being physically present in the United States. So when you open your LLC, and you can do it on LegalZoom, or you can just do it through, you go on Google and then get a lawyer to do it for you, but you can't do it on LegalZoom. You can. But when you do that, then you can apply to the IRS, the Inland Revenue Service. You can apply to them what they call a TIN. That's a tax identification number, because you don't have a social security, because you don't have a social security number, you're not a United States resident. So if you want to file taxes, the only route by which you can do it is to have a TIN, a tax identification number. So the TIN enables you to file taxes. So what you do is this: you open the LLC, you request for a TIN, and then you file taxes. Because you're not a US resident, you can't apply for the credit card immediately. So maybe you want to give it for a year. So it's going to take you about a year. So you file taxes, however little. So now you have a credit score or a credit history with your TIN and with your LLC. And on that basis, you can apply for a credit card. You're going to be given a credit card. So if you get the credit card, now what's the next step? You don't just want to have a credit card and say, oh, I've got a credit card. The credit card is not a decoration, right? It is an asset because it can help you make money. So what do you want to do when you have the credit card? What you want to do is this: you want to register for auctions. So how a lot of people make money, is this: we register for auctions for houses, and then we just go to these auctions for houses, and then houses that are maybe $25,000 in the United States. Yes, there are, on auction $30,000, $40,000, you buy those houses with your credit card, right? The money down immediately, you pay everything at once with your credit card, and then you use the credit card also to clean up the house, to beautify the house, to gentrify the house, and then you're going to flip that house, you're going to sell that house. So maybe you bought it for $25,000 and you use $10,000 to paint it, to fix cracks in the windows, to fix the toilet. You can actually flip that house and then sell it for about $150,000. It happens every day. It's going to happen today. Or maybe you don't want to flip a house. What you can do is this. You can actually go to a good neighborhood, go to any good neighborhood, and then use that credit card to rent an apartment or rent a house. And then you use that house for Airbnb or shortlets. Airbnb is just the best because Airbnb, they do everything for you. So you put that house on Airbnb. Maybe you rented it for probably about, maybe you did a 6-month lease and you rented it for $2,000 a month, which is going to be $12,000. You can make actually $36,000 in 6 months on Airbnb. If you don't know how to do Airbnb, I did a video on this channel, a step-by-step guide to making money on Airbnb. You can actually watch that video. It's going to help you. Or maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you don't like real estate. Another thing you can do, you can also register for auctions for cars. So, like cars that have had accidents or cars that have been seized from people, maybe they've not been able to pay up. They have auctions every day in America, not every other day, literally every day. So you can actually use that credit card to, take part in that auction. Buy a car. Maybe you buy the car probably is a Porsche, is worth about $150,000, but because it's had an accident, it's been accidented, so they're selling it for about $15,000 or $10,000. You get the car, you fix it up, and then you can sell that car for like maybe $45,000. So you're making 3 times the money. It's happening every day. See, I've just told you how to get credit. I've told you what to use the credit for. And you see, if you have those 2 pieces of information, how to get credit, what to use the credit for, you cannot remain poor. Now, my name is Ronald Mokri. If you've watched this and you have questions arising from this, put them in the comment section of this video. My staff are going to bring them to me and I'll do my best to respond to each and every category. But you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp forum, a Telegram channel, or a Gmail email address. Scammers and spammers are going to approach you in the comment sections of my videos with different YouTube profiles with my image on them, trying to trick you into thinking that you're talking to me. And if you pay them any money, that's the last you're going to hear from them. And you start chasing me all over social media saying, Pastor Reno, if you know, I'm the apostle of prosperity. I want you to prosper. This Reno Mokri saying, God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is